Good afternoon, everybody. I'm gonna give y'all some time to get on. Um, Before I begin. So, we're just gonna be talking about 42 Section 1983 lawsuits. That's what I want to talk about. Give me a second, y'all. I'm live from my phone right now. Let's go. I'll give y'all a few seconds to get on. I'm gonna start going live a lot. I guess I got to start doing it from my phone now until I get the right laptop that I need. Hope everybody's enjoying their day. I need to fix this microphone, y'all. Give me 1 second. Y'all probably can't even hear me. Oh, it's already fixed. Never mind. It's fixed. Come on, y'all. Just waiting. I know this was random, y'all. I apologize for that. I know it was random, but uh so if you have any questions, I'm here. Um, I'll be here for a minute. Just go ahead and ask your questions. I'll go ahead and just elaborate on some stuff. Uh, so when you are filing your 42 Section 1983 lawsuit, um, based on my experience, I would advise you to go ahead and pay the filing fee. Uh, I'm not sure if the file it should it's probably universal, uniform around the country as far as the amount of the filing fee. I know when I filed my lawsuit I think it was last year, I think in January, I think of last year. When I filed my lawsuit, it was I think I paid like $420 or something like that. But keep your receipt because you can, once you win your case or you settle your case, you'll get reimbursed, for that. Just ask for it. Make sure you ask for it. Um, there is a statute. I think it's Title 28, United States Code, Section 1915, that allows for you to proceed without paying the filing fee. They call it proceeding as a pauper or something like that. I wouldn't do that if I were y'all. I wouldn't do that because when you do that, that allows the judge. The judge is required to screen your complaint for frivolity. In other words, to see if it has merit or not. If it has merit, your case will go through. If it doesn't have merit, your case is not going to go through, and they're just going to deny it right then and there. You're not going to get this, you're not going to get a chance to go through discovery. You're not going to get a chance to serve any of your defendants or anything like that at all. Period. Um, let's see. Um, Pay the filing fee. I would advise you to just pay the filing fee. Um, the case is not hard, y'all. I promise y'all, it is not hard, but you are going to have to read and you're going to have to do your own due diligence when you are litigating this case. Um, it's going to make so much sense to you when you are on the plaintiff side of the case, because any type of civil action in court, you are a prosecutor. When you initiate that civil action, you're a prosecutor. So it's easy. It's very, very, very easy. Just stay on point with your arguments. Don't let them get you off your arguments. Don't let them get you off topic or anything like that, because they will. I can guarantee you, I promise you, when you draft that complaint, if you draft that complaint good, that attorney, because she or he is not going to know how to answer that complaint and still plead uh, an affirmative defense. So what they're going to do is they're going to file a shotgun pleading. That is what they're going to do. We're doing Q&A right now, y'all. So if y'all have any questions, I don't even know if I can see y'all questions. Can I see them? Probably can't. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know what I'm doing. It says live chats are visible. Let me see. Okay. I don't know. I can't really see any messages, y'all. I don't know why, unless I need to turn the screen. Oh, okay. Okay, I can see messages now. Okay. Um, if y'all have any questions, go ahead. Now's the time. Now's the time. I've been trying to go live from my computer, but it's just not working. So I'm just gonna have to get another computer and so on and so forth. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that, man. Yeah. This stuff ain't hard, man. Once you are a plaintiff in a case, you're going to you're going to see what the hell is going on down there. Because once I became the plaintiff in the case downtown, it made so much sense to me. That's how I learned that these police officers cannot file um, quasi these so-called criminal charges against you without facts in support of of their um their criminal charge that they're trying to charge you with, is what I'm trying to say. They have to have facts for that, and when they don't plead facts, they violate due process, and they do that all the time, and I mean all the time. I just beat 3 traffic tickets probably about 3 months ago. I filed a document in court. Um, that was a pretty good document too. But anyway, let me stay on topic. The 42 section 1983, not hard, not hard at all. I would advise y'all to go on case text. Case text is what I use to to do my legal research. Um, when you go on case text, you have to pay for case text, but there's a way that you can still find cases on there and read the cases. You can actually get PDF files of the cases without even paying for it if you know how to do it. I don't know how to do it, but go on there and start reading cases about your Fourth Amendment. That's what you want to read. Don't fuck these statutes. Don't pay attention to any statutes at all. Go and read the cases, because the cases are going to tell, the judiciary is going to tell you what your rights are. A response. Let's see. How long does it take to get a response? Have you already filed your lawsuit for your response? If you've already filed your lawsuit, if this is a civil lawsuit and you're in federal court, go and read the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. The Federal Rules of Civil Procedure governs. Okay, no, okay. The Federal Rules. Tina G, that sounds like a Fourth Amendment violation to me. Trespass to your person, trespass to your property. Like your body is your property. This is your semen is your property. Your spit is your property. Your hair is your property. Your organs are your property. Your skin is your property. The hair, it's just everywhere on your teeth or your property, your tongue or your property, your saliva is your property, your kids are your property, your rights are property. That's private property. Your right to do something, you have a right to be left alone. That is private property. I'm telling you what I know. I see it in cases all the time. It's private property. Criminal trespass, Fourth Amendment violation. That sounds like a Fourth Amendment violation to me. If it was unlawful. Notice I always say lawful. I never use the term legal because in my opinion, I just never do it because it denotes the authority and jurisdiction of the legislature. That's why I don't do it. But I always say lawful or unlawful, or reasonably or unreasonably, stuff like that. But anyway, back to your question. I'm sorry, sir. Um, when you are litigating in federal court, you want to read the federal rules of civil procedure. If you're litigating in state court, you want to read the state rules of civil procedure. Hold on. I hear about filings, but never hear about them responding. According to the federal rules of civil procedure, they have 3 weeks once they have been duly served a copy of the complaint and summons. They have 3 weeks to answer the complaint, pursuant to the federal rules of civil procedure, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say it's 3 weeks. They got 21 days. They'll wait, like they'll make you think that they didn't get it or anything like that. Like if I'm not mistaken, the attorney for the police officers who I sued, like he serves. I got copies. I got electronic copies. Probably about 2 or 3 days before the deadline. 2 or 3 days before the deadline. If I'm not mistaken, Tina, the plaintiff cannot serve his or her own copy of the complaint. You have to. If I were you, I would hire a process server, and I would like get like a private investigator or somebody like that to serve them, because they do that. They charge for their services, but just keep your receipt because you can get that shit back once you settle your case or once you get a verdict. I mean, some money from the jury or whatever. That's what I would do. But when you investigate these private investigators, you need to ask their ass if they police officers. Because I don't let any police officers go and serve another police. I just don't do that. That's a conflict of interest to me. I don't trust them motherfuckers. So that's why I don't do it. But all of the answers to the questions that y'all are asking, they're in the federal rules of civil procedure. If you do not have my ebook, I strongly advise you to go and purchase my ebook. It's $10, and all of that stuff is in the ebook. And I'm also I'm editing the ebook now. I'm still editing it. Let's see. Reasonable. Let me see. Go and read Fourth Amendment jurisprudence and read that shit till you don't have to read it no more. Because like people think I'll be lying. Like probable cause is a mixed question of law and fact, meaning the facts of the case and the relevant case law will always determine if you have been lawfully arrested or unlawfully arrested. Always. So whatever this police officer or is she or he is alleging that you did, just go to the facts. And they all, I promise y'all, I'm about 99% sure of this. Every time that they procreate these so-called criminal charges against you, they do it in a conclusory manner, not factual. They don't have no facts to support any of this shit that they be saying. They just say you did it. They can't do that, because I guarantee you, if I file a lawsuit against police officers and I just say they unlawfully detained me without facts in support of that reasonable, let me rephrase that, without facts in support of that conclusion on how they unlawfully detained me, they're going to file a Rule 12b-6 motion to dismiss for failure to state a claim for relief for which relief can be granted. That's what they're going to do. They do it all the damn time. Or they might claim qualified immunity or something like that. That's what they're going to do, man. But this stuff ain't hard, y'all. It's everywhere, Mr. It's everywhere, Mr. Cummins. Because I think the problem is they don't. I don't know. They don't study law. something like these people they just idiots. They just not qualified. They are not qualified. Now I'm not saying that you have to go to law school and get a law degree, you know, to be to know the law or anything like that. Because there were Supreme Court justices who were sitting on the bench, for the federal Supreme Court, and they didn't have a law degree. You know, I don't even have a law degree. And I can draft complaints shit better than probably as good as an attorney or better than an attorney. I've had attorneys tell me this. It's easy, y'all. It's easy. Easy, easy, easy. If you are litigating, let me rephrase that. Before y'all start litigating, y'all need to go to the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. Get that. Download a PDF copy of that. Get the Federal Rules of Evidence, because that is applicable to the case too. That the Federal Rules of Evidence governs the admissibility and the exclusion of evidence. Yes, each cause of action is different. So they all have different set of facts. In other words, different set of elements or ingredients. Like for example, um, like a red velvet cake and a German chocolate cake need different ingredients. So you find out what those ingredients are by reading cases. I'm just giving you a metaphor. You find out what your elements that you need to allege by reading cases. The cases are going to tell you what you need to allege. The facts, the factual allegation that you need to allege against the police officer. The cases are going to tell you that. Ugh. My phone ringing, y'all. I ain't answering. It's always ringing. It's always ringing. Um, I forgot. I saw another question on here. What was that? Lady, how you doing? What's good? Says how you to determine if a lawsuit should be filed in state court or federal court. SG, the plaintiff always picks the jurisdiction. Always, 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 always picks the jurisdiction of where you want to go and file the case. As a matter of fact, believe it or not, they're not gonna tell y'all this, but the plaintiff always picks the nature of the action too. And by nature, I mean that if it's an action at law, meaning common law, if it's an action in equity, in admiralty, or maritime, the plaintiff always picks that. Always. The way you determine the nature of the action, because they're not going to tell you that. So the way that you determine the nature of the action is you look to the relief that you are requesting from the court. The reason how you can determine that the nature of the action is because all of these courts of equity, courts of admiralty, common law courts, maritime, all of these courts were separate courts and they had their own rules of procedure. So what they did was they've merged all of these courts into one court. So you don't know what the fuck hat the judge is wearing. That's what they did. That's why the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure governs all cases at law, in equity, and in admiralty. They merged all this shit together because they trying to hide some shit, man. That's what they doing. And they fooled me. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. They fooled the hell out of me. But once I started studying cases and reading cases, I'm like, these motherfuckers, this is all a game to these people. This is all a game. They merged all those courts into one court. That's what they did. So when you see, I like cases that I've read that includes, let me see, they use the term general jurisdiction. So if you see that term general jurisdiction and it's in reference to a court, like it might say the circuit court has general jurisdiction or something like that. General jurisdiction meaning they can hear all types of cases, meaning cases at law, in equity, in admiralty, and maritime. That's what general jurisdiction means. Excuse me. What is this? Oh, I didn't even see this. I'm sorry about that. What does this say? What about a private? Hold on. Equest. Um, lady, I would have to study that. But I mean, if it's private, what do you want to know about it? Like as far as it being private, what do you want to know about it? I don't understand the question. Do you include state violations on federal claim? Yes, the fuck you do, Gina. I mean, yes, the fuck you do, Tina. That's called your dependent state jurisdiction. Yeah, dependent state jurisdiction. But you have to allege that statute in the complaint. You need to get my book. When you need to get my book, it's $10. $10, Tina. Tina, get that damn book. It's $10. It's $10. I made it $10 on purpose. I made it affordable on purpose. It's $10. Go get that book and read over everything in there. Everything in there that you don't understand. Get that book and get them law dictionaries and go in there. Let me see, lady. Also, would you know how to find a how to find and file for the surety bonds for the judges and prosecutors in Ohio? I know let me see lady it is going to vary by jurisdiction, but I know in Alabama they have the judges and prosecutors in Alabama, they have a blanket bond with the Division of Risk Management. And that blanket bond it covers, I want to say everybody, all of the court officers, such as the prosecutor, the judge, and who else? Yeah, the prosecutor and the judge. But they call it a blanket bond. Like a blanket, like a blanket. You cover a whole bunch of stuff with a blanket. You gotta go and look in the law dictionary for this shit though. But they have a blanket bond. Now, if you're in Ohio, the bonds there, they may be different. They may have their own separate bonds, but they're probably going to be with risk. 9 times out of 10, they're going to be with risk management. And where you can find these bonds at, you either find the bonds at risk management, the probate court, or the Secretary of State. All 3 of those, they should have those bonds. And all of them have bonds because there ain't no money. All of them got bonds. Let me see. Ohio says it's supposed to be held in the treasurer's office in the county. I don't know. I mean, I have to look into that. I have to look into it. Lady, you can find a link to my ebook in all of my videos. It's in, like, I put that link description in there. The link to the book in all of my videos. I'm gonna try to make this book more easily for y'all to understand. So I'm trying to revise it and stuff. So that's what I'm trying to do. Oh, let me see, Ohio. I don't know, lady. I don't even know why the hell the bonds would be at the Treasury's office. I don't get that. I don't know. You got a statute for that? Let me see. I'm trying to read your comment. Do you have a statute for that in the lady? Post a statute of it. And I'll try to read it and see. Tina, that's a good question. In my opinion, it's better to go to trial because the truth does not matter in court. What matters in court is what you can convince the jury to believe. So if the jury believes your story over this police officer story, then it's a wrap. Like they might stick it if you got a good set of facts, and the jury might stick it to that motherfucker. But I settled my case. The main reason why I settled my case was because, one, I was tired as hell because I was still working my day job, and I still work now, but I was still working my job, and I was prosecuting this case by myself. And I did not trust that judge. The district judge in my case, I didn't trust her. The magistrate judge, he was fine. He was pretty good. He was, I think, like I would say he was fair. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give him maybe like about an 8, on how fair he was. But if you don't trust the judge, settle that case. If you trust the judge, take it to trial. I always request that, get your trial by jury. Let me see. It's time for me to acclimate myself with your channel. I start following, subscribing after hearing you on YouTube. Appreciate that, Nala. Appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate that, beloved. Let me see. Lady, notice to admit, can it be filed in federal court? What's the purpose of the notice to admit? I don't understand. You can't. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. Uh, in these Article One courts, I don't think you can file anything in that motherfucker unless you have a statute for it, because they're these Article One courts, they are administrative courts, man. They are administrative agencies. They get their authority from Congress. Those are not our courts. Those are not Article Three courts. They Article One courts. And Yusuf was right. They have all of these. Each branch of government has their own court system. The judiciary has their own court system. That's to vindicate your private rights. You want to go to that court, Article Three courts. Article One courts, they had to be specifically formed for just to regulate commerce or something like that, to administer the policies of Congress. And I don't see how the hell the people became subject to the jurisdiction of Congress, other than the fact of what is it, that damn the Social Security number, um, and that minimum contact shit. I don't see it no other way. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see. Notice of claim. Appreciate the shout out, Nala. Appreciate that. Let me see. I don't know if y'all were on the video when I was y'all was watching the video once I was talking about proceeding in formal paupers. In formal paupers is where the court will waive the filing fee if you have a good complaint. But I wouldn't do that because they are required to screen your complaint. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, give me a second, Tina. I wouldn't do that because the court is required to screen your complaint for frivolity before ordering like a marshal or something to effect service for you. So I wouldn't do that at all. I would just pay the filing fee. Whatever you do in regards to prosecuting this case, pay the fee for it and keep the receipt. Because once you settle it, or you get a money award from the jury, you can be reimbursed for all of that. Just make sure you ask for it, and you'll be reimbursed for all that. Let me see. Okay, Tina. It says explain how they answer the complaint. Okay, so let's say paragraph 22 in your complaint, Tina, says police officer John Doe showed up to my house, asked me could he come in my house, and I said no. Okay, so they'll answer that complaint. They'll file an answer. And for paragraph 22 in their complaint, in their answer, it's gonna say either admit, meaning they admit that that's what happened, or they deny that what happened, that is what happened, or they're gonna deny it for a want of knowledge, or deny it for lack of personal knowledge, or something like that. And they're gonna do that for every paragraph in that complaint. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna either admit that whatever you said happened, or they're gonna deny it. If they admit it, let's say they admit all of your factual allegations against them. If they do that, then you can file a motion for judgment on the pleadings. It's like a summary judgment type shit. So you can file a motion for judgment on the pleadings. The reason why you can do that is because you're not arguing over the facts of the case no more. They're not disputing the facts. You see what I'm saying? If they're disputing the facts, in other words, if y'all are arguing over what happens or not, that means the judge cannot apply the law to the facts. And so the jury has to do it, because the judge can't do it. The jury has to do it. The jury determines, the jury has the ultimate determination on what is a fact or not. That's why your story, whatever the type of story is that you are alleging in this complaint, you have to make it believable, make it reasonable based on the facts of the case. That's what you got to do. That's why I'm always throwing that word reasonable around. Reasonable. I seen that damn word reasonable used so many motherfucking times, y'all. When I was reading cases, I've seen it used a plethora of times. Let me see. So it's best to throw out facts they can't deny. Yes. Yes, but make sure these facts prove your point. If they don't prove your point, don't talk about that shit because it's irrelevant. And I guarantee you, if you draft that complaint right, they gonna start coming in there want to talk about a whole bunch of shit that ain't got shit to do with your case. That's what they gonna want to do. They ain't gonna want to talk about none of that shit you talk about in that complaint. They gonna demur. That's what they gonna do. They gonna ignore you. All types. I had the attorney that I sued. I said, "What about the video? What about video? You mean video evidence? You can't deny video evidence. You can't deny that unless like if it's clear. I mean, if it's showing up real good, you can't deny that. Sometimes they can edit, because technology a motherfucker. So I'm quite sure that it's some technology around to where they can make something that never happened look like it happened. But generally speaking, video evidence is prima facie evidence. Cell phones and body cams. If it's on your cell phone, yeah. If it's on their cell phones, I wouldn't trust that. I don't trust nothing. I don't trust nothing for them motherfuckers, man. They lie. I just seen these people lie on the oath. They do that shit all the time. So I don't know. I wouldn't do that. But anyway, this attorney who these police officers hired, he was an attorney for probably about over 25 years. And so when he answers this complaint, when he files his discovery questions, he's asking me to state the facts on which, state the facts that I believe that I was unlawfully detained under something. Now I could have did what he asked for, but motherfucker, you've been an attorney for 27 years. I'm not finna do that shit. You should know this shit. Now, if he thought that I didn't that I didn't state valid cause of action, then why he didn't just file a motion to dismiss? He not gonna do that because his ass would have lost, and I would have filed a motion for summary judgment on his ass. His ass would have lost. So that's why he answered the complaint. That man filed. I bullshit y'all not. This man filed like 3 to 4 shotgun pleadings in this case. The first one, I'm like, when he filed when I got the first answer to the complaint, I looked at that shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Some of this shit, these is not even affirmative defenses. Like, what the fuck is this? So I called him. Like, I'm not gonna bull. I called his ass, y'all, when I saw that shit. I'm like, I don't understand this. Like, what's this? What is this? Because it was so bad. So he was like, well, I'm not gonna give you legal advice, things of that nature, but I called him to ask him would he withdraw his answer and file an amended answer, because this shit don't make sense. You feel? Yeah, exactly. Sham ass plea. You feel me? All this bullshit. So he told me no, he wasn't gonna withdraw it. And I was like, I'm gonna leave that alone. So he did it like, because remember I sued 2 people. It was 3 police officers, but I could only find 2. So I got back the first answer, and then I think the second answer came 2-3 weeks later or something like that. So I got that answer, and this motherfucker, I swear to God, y'all, I'm not bullshitting y'all. He filed the same exact answer for his, for the other defendant. He just edited and put his name in there. He might have changed a little, some shit around, but he had all of the affirmative defenses and all of this shit. So when he did that, he pissed me off. When he did that, I filed a motion to strike. I filed a Rule 12F motion to strike. So we had a conference call on this. When I filed that motion to strike, he got mad when I filed that motion to strike, because he sent me an email. He said he told me to withdraw my motion to strike before he motioned the court to sanction me. He was bluffing. You feel me? Motherfucker, file that motion. File that Rule 11 motion for sanctions. I don't give a fuck. Because I know that you filed a shotgun plea. I know what the fuck a shotgun plea is. Shit, I know it's a shotgun plea. So we have a conference call about it. The judge was like, look, like I understand. Damn, somebody calling my phone. I don't know who this is, y'all. Sorry about that, y'all. I don't know who that was. My phone's always, I had like 3 cell phones, y'all, and they're always ringing. But anyway, so we get on conference call. And the judge was like, the judge sympathized with me, but he understood that that counsel could not get any more, I guess, facts of the case until he went through discovery, So he asked me to withdraw my motion to strike at least until after discovery. And I said, okay, Your Honor, I'll do that. So I withdrew the motion to strike. Then let me see what else happened. I filed a motion for leave of court to amend my complaint because I needed to polish up some stuff. So once I filed my motion for leave of court to amend the complaint, my motion was granted. And once you do that, they have to re-answer your complaint again. They have to do that again. So he re-answered the complaint. And this motherfucker filed the same exact 2 pleadings that he filed the first damn time. When he did that shit, I fuck this shit. I ain't got time for this shit. So I'm not gonna bullshit y'all. I knew he was gonna do that. I knew he was gonna do that. I already had my motion to strike ready for his ass. I swear to God, if y'all go and look at that court's docket, go look at my docket. I filed my motion to strike either the same day he filed his answer or the next day he filed his answer. That's when I filed it. Because, like, what are you doing? Come on, man. Let me see what these questions, I'm sorry. Do we ensure we obtain the video body cams, parking videos? If the case is pending in court, I mean, you can ask them for it. They probably not going to give it to you. But if the case is pending in court, then you use a subpoena ducis tecum. That's what you use, subpoena ducis tecum, or request for production of documents. That's why y'all need to read the federal rules of civil procedure. Everything is in the federal rules of civil procedure. And if the state rules and the federal rules are they're almost identical. Different, some of them are a little different, but they kind of almost identical. So you got to go and read the rules of the procedures, and they'll tell you how to get it. So you can, like I said, you can let me see, request for productions, interrogatories. Yeah, you will have to do request for productions, or you can subpoena ducis tecum it and get that. Yeah. Now let me tell y'all something. If y'all involved in a case and let's say there's no video, like the video is lost or something like that, your testimony is evidence. So whatever you say happened. That's all I'm gonna say. Let me see. They don't like when you on point. No, they don't, Tina. They don't. No, they don't. That's why. That's like the reason why pro se litigants be losing is because, one, we are emotionally invested in this case. We pissed off. So, we not going to think clearly when we mad, when our emotions are affecting our judgment. You feel me? So you have to do your best to remove that, but vindicate your rights too, So, yep, phone records, all that. That's why y'all, let me see. You can get police body cam from the records department, but they will redact and charge you for it. Yeah, I bet the fuck they will. I bet they will. Yeah, but I mean, the video evidence it helps, but you are a witness. You have direct evidence. You have personal knowledge. Personal knowledge is admissible in court pursuant to the federal rules of evidence. You have personal knowledge. Whatever you say You need to be saying it to use it against their ass. Like they say, anything you can and say will be used against you. Yeah, you know how they say that shit. I knew that I was gonna sue these police officers who unlawfully detained me. I knew that they was gonna lose, and I knew that if I got a good judge, I was gonna win. I knew that shit. I'm not even finna bullshit y'all. When I drafted that the night they were violating my rights on the side of the road, I was drafting that damn complaint in my head and looking at badges and trying to remember names. That's how you gotta be. Never let them know that you're not a dummy. Don't let them know that you know law. Don't do that. Just act like act all gullible, like you don't know what the hell going on. Just pretend. And don't sue them immediately. Give them some little time. Because they gonna like they violate people's rights every day. They probably 9 times out of 10 they gonna forget you. They thinking you just old Rudy Poo, old sheep. You don't know what's going on. You just like the rest of them. You feel me? What if you don't know full name? You can get their names in discovery, Tina. All of the evidence that you want, you can almost get all of it through discovery. You just ask them for their name. That's all you got to do. Now I'm finna tell you the truth. Now they gonna drag their motherfucking feet. They gonna make this difficult for you. They gonna act like they don't know what the hell you talking about when you ask them for questions. When you ask them for certain documents and videos and all this shit through discovery, they gonna act like they don't know what the hell you talking about. That's what they gonna do. That's what they gonna do. As for the CAD number with date and time, CAD. What do you mean CAD number, Mr. Cummins? What do you mean? You can if you don't know the police officers, let me see. When they get the call. I'm a little confused. I don't know what you're talking about when you say that. But that is what they call the ID of the call. Oh, okay. Okay. I see what you're saying now. Sorry about that. I got you. This stuff is easy, man. What you're going to need when you litigate this case, you need to get a copy of the local rules of that court. The local rules are the rules that the court has made on how they deal with things internally over there. So you need to get a copy of the local rules because each U.S. district court, they have their own local rules, of procedure. You need to get a copy of that. You can get a PDF copy of that either from the courthouse or on their website. You're going to need the federal rules of civil procedure. I'm just going to repeat some stuff that I already said. You're very welcome, lady. You're very welcome, beloved. The federal rules of civil procedure, the federal rules of evidence. If you think you're going to appeal it, and you want to get the federal rules of appellate procedure too. I think that's it, if I'm not mistaken. Get you some law dictionaries, stuff like that. And drafting motions. How many of y'all know how to draft motions? Do any of y'all know how to draft motions, pleading, whatever? If you can draft a pleading, you can draft a motion. If you can draft that complaint, you can draft a motion. You just have to know what you're doing. You have to know what you're asking for. And you have to know the law applicable to what you're asking for. Okay, Mr. Cummins is very easy. Very, very, very easy. Don't let these people intimidate you because they not smart. Remember when I made that video and I was telling y'all these people are not smarter than y'all? They not. They just read. I guarantee if y'all go to your local law library, I guarantee you that there's a law library within at least 50 miles of your county. No more than 100 miles. When I would say 50. Go to a law library and pick up a pleadings and practice form book or something like that. And it's going to have everything in there, the format for everything in there that you want to know. How is it supposed to look? It's not going to have the facts that you need, but it's going to give you an example of the format is going to give you an example of how that particular document or whatever is supposed to look. That's what it's going to do for y'all. This stuff is easy. I promise y'all, it's way easier than you think. Way easier than you think. Let's see. Let me see if I got any more questions. Let's see. I think I'm gonna stay on here a little longer. I'm gonna try. Let me see what time it is. I'm not gonna even lie, y'all. Y'all know what I want to do right now? I'm gonna get off topic a bit. I want to go and watch Rick and Morty. I love that fucking show. I'm not. That is not. When I found out about Rick and Morty, I sat down and I watched that shit all damn day. Let me get back on topic. I'm sorry, y'all. When we draft our complaints, are you available to help assist or look over our docs before submitting? And what do you charge for your time? I charge. I hope this isn't too much for y'all, but I try not to charge too much. But I charge, like $25 for 30-minute session and $50 for an hour session. I think I'm gonna come up with some type of like a reasonable amount to where like I'm gonna start just drafting people's complaints for them at one set fee where I just help them throughout the whole case. I mean, even if I know I'm not gonna be there, but I just help them throughout the duration of the case. But I don't know. I don't know what's a reasonable amount, because some of this shit is very, very, very time consuming. Um, and some of it isn't, But if you know how to do the legal research, then you should be good. But I sometimes I will just come on here and I'll do a live Q&A, try to answer some questions in regards to drafting your complaints and stuff like that, and your motions, and try to give you the best advice that I can on how you need to tackle a certain situation. I'll do that. I think I'm gonna just start going live from my cell phone for until I can get this shit fixed, my computer. But just to help y'all out, let me see. Civil rights violations under the color of law are worse than imagine. Yeah, under color of law means under the appearance of authority. This is why I always tell y'all, never sue them in their public capacity. They consider that a suit against the state, and the state gonna claim sovereign immunity, but them motherfuckers ain't sovereign because they corporations. But anyway, when you hear the term state, the state they're referring to the people. The people make the state. That's who's sovereign. The people, not public servants. But anyway, they gonna let me see, what was that question again? Yeah, the reason why I say you need to sue them in their private capacity, because when they violate your rights, state legislatures and Congress are not authorizing them to violate your rights. So they doing so, they violating your rights because they wanted to violate your rights. They said, fuck your rights, fuck the Constitution, fuck all whatever. We're gonna do what the fuck we want to do because you don't know the law, you don't know what the hell you're doing, and you can't afford an attorney. So we're gonna violate your rights. And that's what they do. That's why you always sue them in their private capacity, because this shit is personal. You violated my rights because you wanted to, not because you were authorized to. Now, if they were authorized to, then you sue the state. See what I'm saying? Let's see. The difference between civil claim sheet and non-prisoner. Hold on, Tina. What are you talking about, Tina? I don't know what you're talking about. Qualified immunity, Mr. Cummings? Yeah, they love throwing qualified immunity out there. Let me tell y'all something, man. If you think qualified immunity bad, you need to check out judicial immunity. Them motherfucking judges can damn near do what they got damn near carte blanche to do damn near whatever the fuck they want to do, it seems like. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. The people can nullify, and I mean nullify, every Supreme Court decision that they don't like or agree with. And I mean every last one of them because they are sovereign. And this has been done over and over and over and over and over. That's just like with the Dred Scott case when they said Negroes were not U.S. citizens and so on and so forth like that. You know how they nullified a portion of that or whatever, or that particular holding within that case with an amendment. That case that Yusuf was talking about when it was like I think Barron versus Baltimore, when somebody had sued under a state citizen, a citizen of Maryland. He sued under the Fifth Amendment of the federal Constitution prior to the 14th Amendment being allegedly ratified, and the court basically said that that the Fifth Amendment didn't apply to him or whatever. You know how they nullified that particular portion of the decision with an amendment. But I want y'all to notice something now about these amendments. They needed the people to authorize those amendments because they are not sovereign. You are sovereign, and you are just as much as sovereign in your individual capacity as you are in your collective capacity. People is what I mean. Let me see. That's why I'm here. Let me see. So we can just use the pro se civil claim sheet and include attachments. You honestly, you don't even have to do that. I mean, you can include your attachments, but you don't need the pro se, like the civil claim sheet or whatever. I didn't use that. You know. Now if you're in a different jurisdiction, and you probably are, and if it's required by the court, by the local rules of that court, if the judge wants you to do it or whatever, then yeah, do it. But I didn't do it. I didn't do it for my case at all. Let's see. Qualified immunity, that's easy to beat. You need to allege clearly established constitutionally protected right has been violated, of which a reasonable officer would have known. Right now, no reasonable officer would knock on my front door and force her or his way into my home over my objection without my permission. No reasonable officer would do that because that is the violation of a clearly established constitutionally protected right of which a reasonable officer would have known. Ugh. Are you eventually going to move to Rumble in case YouTube is taken down? I haven't heard of Rumble. I don't know what that is, lady. But I might need to just have a backup plan or something like that. Northern District of Alabama. Okay, what you can do, Tina, is you can go on their website. Northern what is it? U.S. District AL.gov, something like. Just Google it. Just type it in Google, and go to their local rules. When you go on the website, try to find the local rules for that court, and it should be in a PDF format on the website, and read over that PDF format. Yeah, officer safety. To a certain degree, yeah, it is. It is, Mr. Cummins. I certain stuff I like. I kind of like. I understand the balance between the officer safety and my safety and so on and so forth or whatever. But like, what I don't get is these people are out daily violating people's rights. Daily, just violating people's rights, and they don't know what the hell they doing because they don't know law. Very, very, very little of them know law. I remember one time I went to court and I had my cell phone in my pocket or whatever. And they had said something about you can't have your cell phone on or some shit like this or something like that. So I turned my cell phone on silent or something like that. And I got a bailiff in court. He walked up to me. He said, "Hey, didn't I tell you to turn that cell phone off or something like that?" And I said it wasn't on. He said it wasn't on. I said no, it wasn't. So he says, Come on up here to the front of the court. Come on up here and sit right here. This is a black guy, old black bailiff. I looked at that motherfucker and I said, am I being detained? He says, no. I said, am I being arrested? He says, no. I said, well, I'm going to sit right here then, where I'm sitting at right now. Get your motherfucking ass out of my face. Because you lay one finger on me, that would be unlawful for you to do. That gives me the right to use reasonable force against him, meaning I could fight his ass in there. I would be perfectly well within my rights to do that, even though I would 9 times out of 10, I would still go to jail. You know, they're going to try to make an example of me. But I want y'all to understand, you see how let's see how I just know this shit. Just reading cases. But anyway, this judge, one time I got handcuffed in the courtroom, threatened with contempt or some shit. I don't know. Long story short, this is a judge. She ordered this shit, some black judge. I hate that motherfucker. That motherfucker, she evil. I don't call black women bitches, especially black women. But that woman is a bitch. That motherfucker, that evil. Because there was a police officer in her courtroom. His cell phone went off and wrong in the courtroom. This motherfucker ain't say nothing to him. I mean, she ain't look his way. So anyway, long story short, I didn't go to jail or anything, but I drafted a complaint with the Alabama Judicial Inquiry Commission against her. And I drafted that complaint real good. I had a retired chief deputy come down here and see me. His name was Mike Jones. Believe it or not, he was a white guy. His name was Mike Jones. And as soon as he sees me, you know me, I'm dressed up in street clothes. You feel me? I'm dressed up in street clothes, you know, because I'm from the streets. So I'm dressed in comfortable like I always dress. As soon as he sees me, he looks at me, he says, who drafted that complaint? And I said, I did. He says, you drafted that? He said, I thought an attorney did this. In all of my years of being sheriff, I have never had deputies that can draft complaints as half as this good. I told y'all they don't be knowing what the fuck they doing. Because they don't teach them nothing. They just want robots. That's what they want. They want robots who gonna take orders and that's it. They should be required to go to law school. I mean, if you're going to enforce, well, there's a presumption. If you're going, I think I posted this, but everybody is presumed to know the law, and ignorance of the law is no excuse, or some shit like that. So, give me a second, y'all. I'll be right back. I'm gonna unhook this microphone. I hope it don't mess up anything. I'll be right back, y'all. Sorry about that. Okay. Where is it at? Okay, I'm sorry about that, y'all. I had something in my throat. Sorry about that. But I think the term, I think that's a subjective term, like with law school, because you can have law school anywhere. Like I have law school in my house every day. You know, I have law school. So they definitely need to be reading them damn books though. They need to be there. Every time I go to the courthouse and I go to the law library, I need to see damn near every police officer that work in that municipality in that damn law library reading. Somebody need to teach their ass something because they don't know what the fuck they doing. They don't know what they doing. These are really the king's henchmen. That's exactly what they are. And when they come at you, they're gonna take your ass to the dungeon and hold you for ransom. The dungeon meaning the county jail or city jail. And they're gonna hold you from ransom. That's what they're gonna do. I definitely agree with that. Everybody is presumed to know the law. Man, I saw a case one day, and when I read that shit, I died laughing. It says, every judge is presumed to know and obey the law. I said, what the fuck? I was laughing so hard when I read that shit. This is a game to these people, man. Let me see. Yes, lady, there's a statute of limitation because these are this is an administrative court. When you go in the federal court, it's an administrative court. And y'all need to get that ebook because it's in my ebook, y'all. It's telling you what you need to do to find out the statute of limitations for your state. It's in my ebook. In Alabama, it's 2 years. Generally speaking, It varies on. Well, no, let me rephrase that. Generally speaking, in the federal courts, but you have between 2 to 3 years to sue them. Now, if let's say if you suing in state court and you want to sue for assault, like in Alabama, if you want to sue for assault in state court, you got 6 years to bring that cause of action against them. I'm just giving y'all some examples. Michael said they can't even spell reasonable suspicion. Boy, what up? I'm missing out. I'm working, but we'll catch up. What's good, Jerome? Sorry about that, man. What's good? I feel you. Do what you got to do to take care of your family, man, and take care of yourself. They don't know that they can't have no authority until there's a crime. Man, do you know an offense is not a crime? This is why, like, I see exactly why. When I used to be watching some of Yusuf videos, and he said he would even, when he started learning about the law, he would go back and look up the definition for the word a, the, we, or whatever. You know, I see exactly why he said that shit now. Because a crime is not an offense, and an offense is not a crime. In law, it's not. These folks are wizards, and they playing word games with people, man. They playing word games with people. I've been doing some studying, y'all, and I think civil rights are civilian rights because you're under civil law, civilian law, like citizen law, whatever you want to call it. I think I need to do some more research on it, but civil rights, they're not. I wouldn't even call them constitutionally protected rights. I wouldn't call them that. Let me see. What is your thoughts about the administrative process? What do you mean, JD, about the administrative process? No, they don't. Yusuf taught me a lot on that public and private thing, man, because I didn't know that either. But I knew, that the state and the city and the county or whatever, they were all persons and corporate entities. I knew that, but the whole public versus private thing, yeah, he taught me a lot on that, and I just started reading about it on the private side. Uh, what like what process are you talking about? Because like if you, in my opinion, there is no holy grail of administrative process, to get these people to leave you alone or something like that. Like if you you need to cost these people some money if you want their ass to leave you alone. I promise you, when you cost their ass some money, they gonna leave you the fuck alone. I promise you that. Um, Also, I need to let y'all know. I think I let me see. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. What was I gonna say? These people have insurance, y'all. They have insurance. If you in Alabama, type in Alabama Municipal Insurance Corporation and look up that number. It's gonna be a 334 number. Go on there, go on Google and just type that in. Call that number tomorrow and ask them how many cities do they insure. When I sued these police officers in my case, I asked, did they have any indemnification agreements? Indemnification agreements is like it's like a euphemism for like somebody who's going to pay their damages for them. Somebody who's going to pay for their lawsuit for them. It's like insurance. These motherfuckers got insurance. I bullshit y'all not. These people had an insurance adjuster at my settlements conference. I didn't even know that she was an insurance adjuster until I thought about it and I put two and two together. Let's see. How do you find a court admin surety bond? JD, the bonds, in my opinion, the bonds are either going to be with the Division of Risk Management, the Secretary of State, or the probate court. That's where they're going to be. I'm not sure if they call it a probate court in Cali, but the bonds are going to be in those three one of those three locations. If our case was dismissed, do we still file federal court? Hold on. Or do we first try to go after their bonds? If your case was dismissed, Where did you file the case at, lady? Was it in state court or federal court? Where did you file the case at? How do you configure your relief? You mean how do you ask for your relief? Is that what you're saying, Tina? They hiding that info. Yeah, they do. I still have a copy of the insurance agreement on my laptop. It's in a PDF file. It says confidential. I mean, I can't share it with nobody. But they have insurance. I bullshit you not. They have insurance. They insured. The city has insurance. How do you get the amount of damages? The amount of damages is whatever you believe that you believe or that you believe that a jury would award you. Is it reasonable? Like, for example, if a police officer physically assaults you for no reason or whatever, they just walk up on you, they mace you, they beat the shit out of you for no reason or whatever. And let's say you want, um, let's say you ask for $50,000 in compensatory damages for that. You ask for $10,000 in medical bills for that. And then for punitive damages to punish them and make an example out of them, let's say you ask for a fucking $1,000,000. You might get that. So it's really that's a subjective analysis. But I would base it on reason though. I think you were telling me about I don't know if this might be somebody else. I don't know. So I ain't gonna even say that. I bun my cases. Let me see. They hiding that info. JD, I think I get how to bun my cases. I think you can just type a bun up on a computer saying that I promise to appear on such and such date at such and such time, and I think that's a bun. I think that's a bun, but I haven't done it yet though. Uh, yeah, like this is what I did in my case. Like I asked for um because I had the same problem you having, Tina. I didn't know what was a reasonable amount. So but I didn't want to be too low either. You know, so I asked for like $600,000 some shit like that. Of course they weren't gonna give me that. The federal judge told me based on the facts of the case, that there's a high probability that a jury wouldn't award me that based on these facts of the case. You know, so when we started negotiating the settlement. They would give me I would send them a number, they would send me back a number, I would send them a number, they'd send me back. It went just like that. It's a negotiation. Shit is a contract, man. Yeah, JD, I filed a Section 1983 lawsuit. I gave them the right to take whatever they needed from my social security. Okay, so JD, like I've never done that before, but what you're saying is that's basically what a bond is. You just type it up and says, "I promise to appear on such and such day, blah blah blah." Is that what you're saying? Because I've never done it, but I'm starting to see that most of this shit is very simple. It's simple than what I think it is, than what we all think it is. I've been holding this damn phone for almost 2 hours. Let me see. Yes, it's me. I spent 30 days in jail. Had witnesses that went after the clerk. Let me see. That went. What is this? This shit keep disappearing. I'm sorry, I just keep disappearing. Witness went after the clerk. They finally dismissed to the case out of. Hold on. Let me see. I spent 30 days in jail. I had witnesses that went after the clerk to finally dismiss to the case out of sentence. I don't know. It's a little confusing what you're saying. Can you? I'm sorry, lady. Can you uh, just kind of speak that a little more clearly because I can't really um, understand what you're saying. Let's see. All you got to do is give them the right to take money. Hell no. Well. Don't surprise me. Y'all know there's a I think there's some, I had to find that, but it's a document in Alabama, and it says I think it's an arrest warrant or something like that, but under it in quotations it says worthless negotiable instrument. That's what it's. I'm gonna show y'all that shit. That's proof that this shit is commerce. Is relief a whole or individual defendant? You want relief from everybody who violated your rights. That's what you want relief from. Everybody who violated your rights. Let me see if I can I'm gonna pull up something on my computer. I'm gonna pull up some documents and I'm gonna read them. Uh Tina, and that should help you. Let me pull these up. I wish I could use both of my damn hands, but unfortunately I can't because I got two laptops. And I thought I was gonna be able to use it. Let me see. I'm gonna type in complaint. I'm gonna read over that section in the complaint for you, Tina. The section that I'm gonna read for you, Tina, is called prayer for relief. Just to let y'all know, like this shit is very simple. Do y'all know why they call it a pleading? The reason they call it a pleading is because you are pleading. You know, like your kids plead with you, please can I have this? Please can I have, you know what I'm saying? That's it. That's why they call it a pleading. But anyway, Tina, this is right here. Prayer for relief. Wherefore a plaintiff respectfully demands judgment against defendants as follows. One, $75,000 each in compensatory damages against Holyfield, Breland, and Morgan for plaintiff's first cause. Two, $75,000 each in compensatory damages against Holyfield, Breland, and Morgan for plaintiff's second cause. Three, $10,000 each in compensatory damages against Holyfield, Breland, and Morgan for plaintiff's third cause. Four, $2,000 in compensatory damages against Holyfield, Breland, Morgan. Let me see, Holyfield, Breland, and Morgan for plaintiff's fourth cause. Five, $10,000 each in compensatory damages against Holyfield, Breland, and Morgan for plaintiff's fifth cause. Six, $10,000 in punitive damages each against Holyfield, Breland, and Morgan to deter and make an example of them. Seven, all costs and disbursements of this action and attorney's fees pursuant to 42 section 1988. And eight, any other relief this court deems just and proper. The reason why you want to always have that let me see, you want to ask for attorney's fees just in case if you like a certain part of the case you like fuck this shit, I'm tired, I want to hire an attorney, so that's why you want to do that, because they got to reimburse you for those attorney's fees too. I hope that answered your question. Let me see. You can't use it, just bond your case, it's all commerce. You have accused. I'm getting another phone call. Let me tell him I'll call him back. I think I'm gonna stay live. I'm gonna stay on here for at least about 45 more minutes, y'all, and I'm gonna get on off here. I'm getting hungry now. I need to get me some damn eat. Tina, was that a good, I guess, example for you? Did that help? It's all you have a QSIP. Okay, cool. Okay, that's good. You hear me? Let me see, JD. Created through your birth certificate. You have a QSIP. Where's the Q? So is the QSIP number the number that's on the birth certificate? Is that what you're saying, JD? Hopefully, lady, it should be. It's probably gonna. I think it's got a process, something like that. I'm not sure how long that's gonna take for it to process or anything like that. I'll try to make it live, if not today, by tomorrow. By tomorrow. So you're saying the social security? I thought that was an account number. The social. I don't really study that. Like I really want to study that. I be so goddamn busy. I don't really be having time. Links to your bond. I can believe that though. It would make sense. It would make sense. It would make sense. So I can believe that. Did y'all see the video that I just put up about the people of sovereign part 4, right to revolution? Did y'all see that video? Created by the girl. In that video, I'm showing you the cases that say you have a right, when the government, when they get out of line or whatever, you have a right to rebel against them, so to speak. You have a right to do that. I'm showing you case, like I already know this shit because once you understand principles, you can make broad conclusions without even reading cases because you understand the principles of it. Y'all cap's name. This stuff easy, man. If you can draft a motion, you can. If you can draft that complaint, you can draft any damn thing. I can draft writs. I can draft appeals, motions to dismiss, motions to strike, motion for summary judgment. I've drafted a few divorce complaints before, and all these people are divorced, by the way. I got them their divorce. Expungements, any damn thing. Let me see. That's right. You got a right to hold them accountable. They public servants. Damn right. Okay, gotcha. Stay at it, Tina. Read them damn cases now. Read them cases. Yeah, and they only have privileges. Let me see appeals. Let's see, yes. Yeah, appeals. I drafted appeals, motion to suppress. Well, like I've never done a motion to suppress before. I've never done an expungement before, but I'm 100% sure I can do it. So once I get all these fines downtown paid off, I'm not giving their ass nothing. I'm just gonna go do community service because I don't even feel like talking to their ass no more. But I got in like all of that stuff. Like I was ducking them folks for about 12 years, man. I was ducking their ass for about 12 years. And I just decided, you know what, fuck this shit. Let me go on, get this shit on behind me, get this on out the way. So they originally they had me on a do not detain. I'm not gonna bullshit y'all. These folks had me on a do not detain list. I know that city, those two police officers. I know that city has me on a do not detain limit. I know they do. But anyway, what was I gonna say? I lost track of thought, y'all. I'm sorry. Shit, I lost my track of thought. I'll pick back on my thought. I said, lady, this is off topic. What zodiac sign are you? I'm a Virgo. I'm not sure about that, Michael Cummins. Like, I think the do not detain list is made. I don't even think that's public, to be honest with you. I think that's like private. Like, I didn't even know I was on the list until, like, I remember I was in my daddy's truck one day. I was in my dad's truck one day, and I was on the interstate, and I got pulled over by the police. And so I called my mama, like, yo, hello, mama. Look, I got warrants. I'm finna go to jail. Call my daddy. Call daddy, let him know I'm finna go to jail. She said, okay. I was telling her what the truck had, well, I'm trying to talk so fast. I'm sorry, y'all. But I was telling her where the truck was located at. So the police officer, he gets out of the truck, his car, I'm sorry. He walks over, he asks me for the ID and all this. I give him all that. Well, I don't know what the fuck happened, but he was spooked when he ran my name. The look on his face was like, you're free to go, sir. Have a nice day. And he said it like he was so spooked. And then when he said that, I'm like, what the fuck? Because I know for a fact I got 8 active warrants. I'm not bullshitting. I got 8 active warrants. This motherfucker did not take me to jail. I had a police officer look me in my face. Tell me, hold on, y'all. I had a police officer, he looked me dead in my face and told me I had 8 active warrants for a city that was damn near less than 10 miles from where he was located at, but he ain't taking me to jail. I've been stopped by a sheriff, a state trooper, 3 to 4 different types of city police officers from different cities with active warrants, and all ass let me go once they found out who I was. And I think that's because I know how to cost them money. That's what I think. Well, I got into some trouble a while. I didn't even get any trouble because I didn't do anything. But anyway, I didn't know what the hell I was doing at that time. This was like 10, 12 years ago. I don't know law. I don't know what the fuck going on. But I still wanted to. Y'all was so pissed off. They did me so wrong, y'all. I was so mad. Ooh, I was mad at them motherfuckers, y'all. So I took the shit to trial. I lost a lot. I lost probably about 3 to 4 times. But I had so many. I had like 3 to 4 different charges each time, or whatever. But now, shit, I ain't losing another case. I'm going on a winning streak. Y'all just. I want one of their ass to do something to me now. I'm bored because I ain't getting no damn practice. I ain't been to court in I don't know how long. I bullshit y'all now. Before I started community service, I had 12 active warrants. So I filed a motion in court, in that city court, and all them warrants gone. So I just go and do community service. I go to community service once a week. One time a week. That's all they getting out of me because I'm not finna go and work every day for free. So I go once a week. But once that's over with, I know what I was talking about. I was talking about expungements. Once that is over with, I'm going to expunge my entire record. I'm just going to expunge everything. I've never done an expungement, but I know I can, because if you can do a lawsuit, you can do an expungement. It's all easy. Let me see. Are you taking new clients, JD? Yeah, it depends on what what it is, because I'm very experienced, but my knowledge is limited. So I don't just act like I know how to do every damn thing, because I don't. I'm still learning. I still want to learn how to discharge debt. I know you can. When it's not even discharge, you're just offsetting it. But anyway, I still want to learn that. I know I can do it, but I just don't have the time to just sit down and just study this shit, y'all. Yeah, I'm trying. Excuse me. Let's see, lady. Well, let me see. Why did you want to know what my zodiac sign was, lady? Just curious. No, just curious. I'm getting hungry, thirsty. I'm gonna stay on here for about 30 more minutes. So if y'all have any more questions, go ahead and get them out now. I look like a Libra. Ooh, I had a Libra before. Let me help us crazy. Tina, my case lasted let me see, I think I filed it in January of last year and I settled in June of this year. So was it June? I think that was about a year and 6 months, I think, about 18 months. Once this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna file your complaint. Once you file your complaint, if you do everything good, you'll get an answer. Once they answer the complaint, you should get a the judge should issue an order for y'all to conduct a pre-trial. I forgot what they called it, but anyway, you're going to meet with the attorney for whoever you're suing, and y'all are going to discuss how many, like when the trial, like y'all gonna set a trial date. Y'all gonna set how many requests for productions you can ask for. When is the deadline for dispositive motions to be filed? How you would like to be communicated. You know, it's that order that the judge is gonna set after y'all have that conference is going to govern y'all's trial. You're gonna get a copy of that order too. And then like it's gonna set like how long a discovery is supposed to last, so on and so forth like that. I'm kind of being a little vague, but I'm trying to do this off memory. But anyway, you I think we had about, in my case, I think I had anywhere from probably about 6 to 8 months of discovery. And discovery is when you filing your request for productions, your request for admissions, your interrogatories, your subpoena duces tecums, anything like you trying to get evidence for your case to use, to use against them, and they trying to get evidence for their case to use against you. That lasted about 8 months. After he got all of that, I had a deposition too. They took a deposition of me and all that shit too. So, but after that, then he filed the motion for summary judgment, because they can't, the attorneys can't file a motion for summary judgment without facts. They can't testify to shit because they don't have personal knowledge of it. Thank you. I appreciate that, lady. Request for admissions is this, Gina. Let's say a police officer, they they come to your, like an allegation in your complaint. You say this police officer come to your house. They ask, can they come to your house? You say no, and they come in anyway. And you would say, admit that I told you that you could not come into my house without my permission. And they're going to either admit that or they're going to deny it, something like that. You're trying to narrow down the issues of the case, the facts of the case. Because once the facts are no longer being disputed, meaning you're not arguing over the facts no more, then the judge can apply the law to the facts of the case and determine if the facts are sufficient in law to sustain this cause of action that you have against this police officer. Another reason why I decided to go live, because I wanted y'all to know that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Because some people get on here and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So I want y'all to know, like, I'm looking at my phone. I'm not looking at nothing. Everything that I'm telling y'all, most of it is up here because I've read so many cases. Let's see, I got about 30 more minutes. Need to get me something to drink. Shit, I'm hungry. I know some of y'all probably saying he talk country as fuck, or he country as hell, or whatever y'all. This is how I talk. I'm always talk like this. I speak Ebonics. I'm black, and I'm from the hood, so this is what you get. Let's see, any more questions? Request for admission. Zodiac time. Really tell you. My zodiac sign tells you your personality. What does my lady? What does my What do you think about my personality? What are you coming up with in your head? Because you over there plotting something. So what you thinking about over there? I look like long walks on the beach. What the fuck? Oh man. Examples of 14th Amendment violations in criminal proceedings. Um, Due process. Due process, like for example, like when they file these criminal charges against you, and they don't have facts, that's a due process violation. That's a due process violation under the 14th Amendment. That's one. Or when they when they try to arbitrarily take away your rights without due, like for example, when they try to come and take your property or something like that, or they take you to jail, shit like that without due process. That's an example of a 14th Amendment due process violation. In my traffic case in Tiffin, Ohio, all charges forward dismissed. Would it be easier to go after bonds, or do I still have to file in federal court? This is what I would do. The only reason I'm saying this is because of judicial immunity. Um, I would always, if they're not a police officer and a prosecutor, because sometimes prosecutor, they get this whole judicial immunity shit type too or whatever. If they're not a prosecutor and if they're public service, I would just sue their ass in federal court, because it's qualified immunity is not hard to beat. It looks like it, but it's not. But now if it's a judge or a prosecutor, go after they bond. Fuck that. Go after they bond. Don't waste no time. Just go after they bond. And I would study liens so you can learn how to file a lien against these motherfuckers and against their assets when they do shit like this. Let me see. Yeah, so yeah, Jerome, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. But Stump versus Sparkman, I keep like the people can nullify that shit. All they got to do is propose an amendment to the Constitution. I mean, all they have to do is add an amendment to the Constitution. That's all they got to do. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. You can make anything, and I mean any fucking thing, legal or lawful. The reason why I say that is because if you can make human trafficking lawful and legal, and it was, you can make any damn thing legal. Slavery was human trafficking, and they had a right to that shit. So if they had a right to do that shit at a certain period of time, then you can make any damn thing legal or lawful. And I mean any motherfucking thing. I got you, lady. I got you. I'm getting gray hairs and shit. Y'all see these gray hairs on my face? Getting gray hairs, man. Michael says she's crushing. Who's crushing on me, Michael? You talking about Lady D? She crushing on me? Oh boy. Let me see. That's a good question. Is unlawful detainment and then false. Yes. Like Tina, just to let you know, you don't have to be in prison. Like you don't have to be in a jail or prison to be to convict. I mean to have a valid cause of action for false imprisonment. That's what I'm trying to say. You can be falsely imprisoned any damn way. You can be false in prison on the side of the damn road. Unlawful detention is basically this. There are three types of police citizen encounters. One is probable cause, full blown arrest or whatever, and they need probable cause for that. The other one is detention. They need reasonable suspicion for that. That's what we're gonna focus on. Reasonable suspicion is predicated, in other words, based on specific articulable facts that a crime has been, is being, or is about to be committed. Notice I said specific articulable facts. They have to have facts. They can't just walk up to you and detain you for whatever the fuck reason that they want. They don't have carte blanche authority to do that. That's unlawful. Um, there you go. That's right, Michael. Terry versus Ohio. That's exactly right. That's right. I told you, I know this shit, y'all. I've seen that. Everything that I just said about reasonable suspicion, I have read that in so many cases, and I mean a ton of them. Damn, lady. I would go after all of the judges and prosecutors' bonds. The chief of police, I would just sue his ass in his private capacity in federal court, and that police officer. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. I'm getting hungry, y'all. I said that about 5 damn times. Unlawful, like if they detain you without reasonable suspicion, that is an unlawful detention and false imprisonment. It's considered false imprisonment under state law, under state statutes or something like that. But in federal court, it's considered like the title of the cause of action is called unlawful detention in on the federal level or whatever. That's one of them. But in state court, it's false imprisonment. That's actually what I did because that's what I sued these police officers for in my case. It was unlawful detention and false imprisonment. So under my state law, in other words, dependent state claims, I alleged a valid cause of action for false imprisonment. And under for my federal claim under the Fourth Amendment, I alleged unlawful detention based on the same set of facts. So meaning the same set of facts that I based my false imprisonment claim on under, I used those same set of facts to base my unlawful detention claim under the Fourth Amendment of the federal Constitution, because you have dual citizenship. You're a citizen of the federal. That's what a U.S. citizen is. That motherfucker is a citizen of the federal government. That is what the fuck it is. It's an officer of the federal government, if you ask me. But anyway, I allege those facts. I forgot my train of thought. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to do all this shit. Sorry about that, y'all. They need facts that lead them to suspect a particular crime is afoot, not a conclusion like you look suspicious. Exactly, Michael. That's exactly right. Facts. What facts do you have to base a reasonable conclusion? Notice I said reasonable. I'm going to keep using that motherfucking word for y'all. Reasonable. What facts do you have to base a reasonable conclusion that I allegedly did whatever you saying I did? Shit like that. Give me 1 second, y'all. I gotta be right back. I got something in my throat. I don't know what's happening. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'll be right back. Damn. I think I'm getting sick or something, man. Had to get me some honey and some hot water. Sorry about that, y'all. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting sick or something. A little minor strep throat or something like that. That's right. Totality of circumstances. Mm-hmm. Totality of circumstances. That's right. Go read the cases. Go read the cases. Who said she said no? Who said no? Let me see. I don't know, Michael. I ain't see lady. She didn't say no. She ain't crushing on me, so she might be. Who knows? I'm just kidding, lady. I don't want you to think I'm harassing you, and then I'm just kidding. Don't answer no questions. None. I don't. The police officers. My car was broke down on the side of the road. This is what happened in my case. My car broke down on the side of the road, or whatever. Well, it broke down in the middle of the road. So the police officer, he shows about 5 or 10 minutes later. He gets out of his car. He walks up to me and he asks me for my ID. And I'm like, I said, for what? He says, because you broke down in the middle of my highway. Like this his shit. What the fuck is wrong with you? So in my mind, when he said that, because you got to play dumb with these people. In my mind, when he said that, I said, that is not reasonable suspicion for you to ascertain my name. So I told him, I give you my first name. I gave him my first name, and that was it. He walks off or whatever, you know. But long story short, they thought I had something to hide because I didn't want to give them my name. Motherfucker, I didn't give you my name because I don't have to give you my name. I know when I'm lawfully detained and I know when I'm unlawfully detained. I know when I'm lawfully arrested and I know when I'm unlawfully arrested. Right then and there on the scene, I know that shit. You see, if your case was dismissed without being heard in court, is discovery hard to get? Oh, okay. You talking about your criminal case, right, Tina? Is that what you're talking about? So are you familiar with Title 42? Is it no, Title 241 and have you used any of those in court? This is what y'all like in federal court. This is all you have to do. If you can draft a 42 section 1983 lawsuit, then you can draft a criminal affidavit against these people. Now you can't prosecute that, but you can draft that affidavit and file it in the United States U.S. District Court with the attorney's office or whatever, and they're gonna take that complaint. I mean that affidavit that you filed. I've never done this before, but I'm just guessing because it seems to work the same on both on the criminal side and the civil side. But anyway, they're gonna take that criminal affidavit that you filed, and they're gonna look at that affidavit, and they're gonna determine if there is probable cause for them to charge that public servant with whatever crime that they are charging them with. Do y'all see what I'm saying? It's the same shit, but you have to have facts. Facts. The facts are the prerequisite elements or the ingredients, the necessary ingredients that you need to get, because the judge will look at those facts and determine whether or not if these facts are sufficient in law to justify whether it be your cause of action or a criminal charge against whoever. But what they do is they read case law and they determine if it's sufficient or not based on the case law, based on what the judiciary has said about those particular set of facts. Shit like that. Yeah, you still can get discovery. Not you can't get it in your criminal case, Tina, but you can get it in your civil case. You gotta file your lawsuit. And it's gotta be you gotta state valid causes of actions based on facts and reasonable conclusions, and you have to plead facts that show a clearly established constitutionally protected right of which a reasonable officer would have known has been violated. Once you do that, the judge is going to look at your complaint and she or he is going to say, well, based on these facts, this officer right now is not entitled to any form of immunity. So we're going to let this case proceed to discovery, at least through discovery. Let them get discovery, and after discovery is over with, then we'll revisit this qualified immunity claim or whatever, or something like that. That's how it's going to work. Did that help me answer your question, Tina? Okay. I'm gonna get off topic a little bit, y'all. How bad was that winter storm where y'all was? Where y'all live at in your state. How bad was it? Like if you know me, I hate being cold. I hate that shit with a passion. I can't stand it. I be about to cry. I hate it, y'all. So it was freezing down here, y'all. It was freezing, and it was bad, bad. I like my hands were hurting. I went to work one morning, and my damn like my hands were hurting. They, they like I haven't had my hands. I didn't have my hands out of my pocket for like 5 minutes. It wasn't even 5 minutes, and they started hurting because it was just that cold. It was freezing. So I know if it was freezing here, I know it was real bad in other places. I've heard some people have been, they've actually died over that stuff, man. They probably froze to death or they lost power or something like that. So it was real bad. Did it get pretty cold there, Michael, these past couple of days? You have the air conditioning on now. Shh. I can't do it, Michael. I got my heater on right now. Damn, Tina. Right. She says her fish froze and they tab. That's crazy. Damn. Well, they probably froze to death. Damn. Got down to 32. It was like it was how cold was it here? It was I think it was about 20 here, Michael. It was about 20. But it felt like it was like 10 or something like that. It was freezing, y'all. I couldn't take it. I hate being cold, y'all. I'm not gonna look. If you want me to get pissed off, like if you want to see me whine and cry, turn on the air. Or if you want me to leave you alone or don't come, just turn on the air. Mm-mm. They picking oranges out there. Damn. Mm-mm. The weather wasn't too bad today. It's about 60 something today. That's my type of weather. Strawberries in February. Okay. That's good. So you must got your own like garden or something like that, Michael. That's what I'm trying to do. I want to buy me some land and grow my own food. I want to put me a lake out there, not too big, not too small. Put me some fish in it. Just grow my own food. Extremely cold, man. It was bad. It was bad. I remember one time, um, I was um, I was OTR. And I drive trucks. I'm a commercial truck driver, or whatever. So I was OTR one day, and I got a dispatch for a load going to Iowa, and this was when it was cold. It was probably like January or February, maybe. I think it was this year. Yeah, it was this year. No, it probably was last year. Yeah, it was last year. And this load was going to Iowa. So I look at the weather for Iowa before I get there. Before I even accept the load. And this shit said -10. Man, I declined the fuck out that load. I'm not taking that shit. -10. You crazy? I'm not driving in that shit. And they want you when it's so cold out. Sometimes they want you to get out and put chains on the tires on the truck. I'm not doing that shit in no -10 degree. You got me fucked up. Cause I'm not doing that. I'm gonna park this truck. You can send somebody else to come and get this shit. Cause I ain't taking it. No, ma'am. You said hell, the weather violate my rights. I hear you, Tina. It was bad, man. It says my garden doesn't have the right color. Okay, I see what you're saying. Gotcha. Mm-mm. Uh-uh. Oh, okay. So you drive trucks too, Tina, or you like a dispatcher or like a you booking loads or something like that? Y'all free to act, continue asking, your questions about the lawsuit and stuff like that, because I don't want to get too much off topic, and I want to make sure that I'm answering y'all questions. Hopefully, this live stream helped y'all. Okay, hopefully this live stream is helping y'all. Um, oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's good, Tina. That's what's up. How much? Let me see. Are you serious, lady? You for real? That's damn. The birds didn't fly. It was that cold. Man, what kind of birds were they? Yeah, you can sue the city. The city is a person, so you can sue the city, pursuant to 42 Section 1983. The state is a person too, but for purpose, but for 42 Section 1983 purposes, the Supreme Court has decided that they are not considered persons within the meaning of that statute. I disagree, but that's what they said. So you can't sue the state, but you can sue the city. Damn right. Get your motherfucking money. Don't let them violate your rights and just get away with it. Get your mother. They owe you. Whatever they do to you, make their ass pay for it. Arizona, it's bad, man. It's bad everywhere from what I seen. Like I get phone calls and messages from people, and I just shake my head because like I be wanting to help people, but I can't help everybody. This shit is very mentally exhausting and it's time consuming. And I honestly I hate charging people for it, but I mean I have to get compensated for my time. So that's why. But I try not to charge too much. I think what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna host webinars or something like that, just private webinars. I'm not sure what the fee is gonna be, but I'll try to make it affordable, and we just go in on the webinars. I'm gonna show you documents, cases, all that shit. That's what I'm gonna do. I might go live tomorrow. Um, if y'all need me, I might go live tomorrow if I have time. Also, um, I don't know, lady. What's the you seem to know kind of more about that than me. So, do you think that would be beneficial for y'all to start the Telegram workshop? I do have Telegram, but I'm never really on there for real. Um, I'm always not always, but I try to spend most of my time on YouTube. That's why like I post videos, not video, yeah, I post videos and case laws in the community section of the video. I mean of the of my channel because I want y'all to read this stuff for yourself and to go and see it. Um, okay. Blue Jays. That's what's up. I used to have a bird sanctuary in my backyard, and I used to go and buy this big ass bag of bird seeds, but I stopped um, because them damn birds kept shitting on my car, man. I stopped. I stopped because they kept shitting on my car. Um, but I'm a nature lover. I love animals. Believe it or not, I've been a vegetarian for about 12 or 13 years. I'm probably gonna start back eating meat, but not right now. I need to make sure that this is that I've raised this meat, because they shooting everything with hormones and steroids and all types of shit. Y'all know how that shit go. Let me see. An owl, yeah, those are some beautiful owls. To me, they are some very mysterious. That's a very mysterious animal. I'm curious about them. I think they're the only one that I know that the only animal that I know that can do a whole 360 with their neck. I don't know any other animal that can do that. They seem like they're very mythical creatures. Like this is something you would hear about. Like it's like as if they're extinct or something like that. I'm gonna be getting off here soon in probably about 4 or 5 minutes, y'all. So if y'all have any more questions before I leave, go ahead and ask them now, and I'll try to make this live available. If not tonight, tomorrow, tomorrow morning or something like that. I know. Let me see what time it is. I'm feeling like Rick and Morty right now. I think I want to go and watch Rick and Morty. Um, just let us know when you come back. I don't know. Do y'all well? Do y'all have any more questions? If y'all have any more questions in regards to 42 section 1983, I know a lot of people. Some people are not here tonight. So I may just do it again tomorrow and just answer questions. If y'all think I need to do it, tomorrow, let me know. I'll check my schedule tomorrow and see. And if I'm not too busy, then I'll do one tomorrow. I'll do one tomorrow. What's a Let me see. Yes. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying, lady. That's a good point. You got a good point, lady. That's a good point. I think I'll do that. I think I'll try. I'll try it out, and see, because you do have a good point. I forgot that you can even upload documents. I forgot all about that. So yeah, I'll try that out. What was I gonna say? I had something else. Let me see. Let us know when you come back. Okay. I don't know. I know like for at least until I get another laptop, I'm gonna start going live from my phone. I hate to have it be moving like this because I'm just holding it and y'all only see one side of me or whatever. But I'll do that. Okay. Thank you, Tina. I'll keep doing that then. I'll do that from time to time. If you want a session, just you have to cash out me either $25 to Smart Loc TV. You'll see the name Crip on there. Or you can do it PayPal. That way your purchase is secured. It's insured. At smartloctv@gmail.com. It's $25 per half hour, $50 an hour. Um, Michael Cummins. Honestly, Michael, like once I get off here, I'm sorry. Like I don't be want to be. I don't feel like being bothered sometimes, unless you have a consultation or something like that. Um, then likely no, Michael. Sorry. Um, you can just book a consultation. This stuff is mentally exhausting. Just imagine that you are God, like the actual God, you know, and you have all of these people asking you to solve their problems. You see what I'm saying? Like it is extremely overwhelming. It is extremely overwhelming. But as y'all can see, this is my first time going live, and I try to engage um, a lot with the subscribers and people, whatever. So hopefully, just helping. Thank you, Tina. I appreciate that because I try to. I try to. But like you'll never really fully understand this. Hold on. What do you mean you retired, Michael? You were going to offer help. What type of help? Um, back to you, Tina. You will never fully understand this stuff until you actually go through it for yourself. You know, research. Okay. How long have you been studying, Michael? I've been seeing you post some stuff, so you seem like you know some stuff. So I've been seeing that based on this video. Forever. Shit, if that's the case, you might know more than me then. Um, what is your area of expertise in law? Like what subject? Um, bachelor's degree in political science. Okay. Constitutional law. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then yeah, you can get my number. Yeah, you can send me your number. Send it to my email, smartloketv@gmail.com. I'll give you my business number, public administration. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. If that's the case, I'd like to have you on the show. 'Cause I do a on Blog Talk Radio. I haven't done it in a while though, but I just be so tired, y'all. You're welcome, Michael. I appreciate you too. Thank you. Um, but I do on Blog Talk Radio where you can't really see me, but you can call in and you can ask questions, and it's recorded also on Blog Talk Radio. So we probably can host the show on Blog Talk Radio. I can have you on there as a guest, and we can just take questions. I'm gonna try to get Yusuf. Either I'm gonna get on Yusuf's show or I'm gonna get Yusuf on my show. I'm not sure. Um, I'm gonna see how much he charges for his services, and uh, and we just gonna go at it. Because I know Yusuf said he doesn't litigate. I litigate. You know, I litigate. You motherfuckers ain't finna do what the fuck you think you want to do to me. You're not finna do that. Mm-mm. I'm gonna make you pay for that. I litigate. I'm ready to litigate something right now. Shit. All right, y'all. I'm tired, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I'm hungry. That'll be the end tonight. I hope that I answered everybody's questions. If I didn't, if I didn't see it, if I didn't answer it, I'm sorry. I try to go live tomorrow. Thank you, Michael. I try to go live tomorrow, and we'll just pick it up from there. We're gonna do another Q&A, 42 section 1983. Everybody, just have a great day, man. That'll be the end of this live. The Supreme Litigant is out. Peace. Good night, everybody.